Hello everyone, welcome back to a new Icarus update video, week 53, 1 year of Icarus and data decentralization. It is finally a 1 year anniversary of Icarus. Happy 1 year anniversary. Today marks a year since the launch of Icarus and the 52 updates we've made to the game every single week since. And I want to make a statement about this. Every week there was an update. Not many games do this. After 1 year of launch, they just regularly get some patches in, some fixes, and some new stuff. But Icarus did a full year every week update, and they will continue this. I'm very sure of that. We're excited to celebrate it by giving power back to the players with our player data decentralization patch. This week, all data will be migrated to players' local computers, shifting away from reliance on cloud providers. So everything will be stored on your PC locally and not on servers somewhere in the world. That's basically what data decentralization is. Allowing some new features and ensuring the player community can own their game data permanently. This opens the door for many more features and changes, including characters now being able to be used across multiple sessions simultaneously, a new orbital exchange interface for exotic extraction, and our dedicated service beta. This is a big update and will require full data migration upon launch of the patch, so have a read through all the details below. Once you've briefed on the changes, we've included a reflection on 52 weekly updates on Icarus, including a world from our game runner, Rocket, on his incredible journey and what's to come. Now, about data decentralization and migration, this week we are releasing the highly anticipated data decentralization change. This is a large update requiring a migration process that will occur the first time you log in after the patch. However, for many players it may not change how you play Icarus at all. None of your data, characters or gear will be lost. We're moving where it's stored. That's the only change actually. Going forward, all player data will be stored locally on your PC. Previously, save files and player data were saved in the cloud, while everything else, including your outpost, because the outpost was stored locally, and open world games was saved locally. As I said, those were the two things that were saved locally from the start, but the rest was in the cloud. All the data will be saved locally now, shifting data ownership to the players and moving away from the game as a service model, which can leave us open to internet outages and can limit customization. So if the server gets downed, you should be able to play, I guess. We see this move as putting the power back in the player's hands, giving them the true ownership of the product. While this comes with some consequences, it's a true representation of the relationship we want to build between ourselves and the players, where you own what you buy without strings attached. Migration will combine your offline and online characters and accounts data into a single entity. This includes loadouts, inventories, exotics, REN, skill refund, tokens, everything. It will also combine your mission progress and workshop talents, so players who have played both offline and online will see a much more saturated environment and may want to spend some time organizing their account. All currently active missions will be reset and not migrated over, and current progress on these missions will be lost. Characters and gear will not be lost. Characters and loadouts will be returned to your select screen, but you will have to restart any prospect you are currently in. We have added a new branch on Steam called Centralized, which will hold the last 1.2.27 update in case players want to bring their characters out of mission, etc. This will not be present forever and will be removed in the following weeks. So if you want to get out of your mission, you can go back to the update previous of this one, get your gear back, and then get to the new centralization update of this week. This migration will also migrate over your open world and outpost sessions, but will reset and remove your characters from these missions in the process. You'll find your characters in the locations in the character select screen and can rejoin game via their dropship. Okay, it's good that they explain what you have to do and can do and give 2 options to do so. Very good. A multiplayer hosting change. Icarus will continue to have the peer-to-peer multiplayer it has always had, where one player acts as a host for their Steam friends, but with one change, that original host must always be online. Okay. From now on, the player who initially created the mission will be the only one able to resume it. Other players will not be able to carry on or launch a mission that another player has started, as the saved data is now stored in the initial host hard drive rather than in the cloud. Alright, yeah, I get it. Somebody starts the game, so it's stored locally, so you can't enter that file on another PC. It's important to note that the host should always be the last person to leave a prospect. This way players are guaranteed to be able to recover their gear and claim any reward exotics, as they will be unable to launch the mission later. However, we now grant rewards immediately during missions to help. If you want a way to play anytime regardless of where the original host is, then we're introducing dedicated servers to carry for you. Okay, so there are also dedicated servers. Okay. Gameplay changes. Alongside this change, there are a few new features that provide a more seamless experience and take advantage of the new localized data. The new orbital exchange interface is a planetary crafted deployable that, when activated, allows you to call a dropship down to extract your exotics up to space stations. This means you no longer need to take them up in your dropship with you on completion of your prospect. That's very nice. So you, in the middle of a mission, you can just say, I want to drop my exotics in this thing and get it into space. Mission rewards are now granted immediately on completion of the mission rather than sent to your inbox in orbit. Also good change. Characters are no longer locked to one mission or session. It can be used in multiple active sessions simultaneously at the same moment. You can select any character from the select screen for any session at any time. Insurance now only insures your items, as characters can be lost on prospect. If you do not bring your items up with you in a dropship, they stay on planet until returned. If you have insurance, you can reclaim your items after 5 real-time days from the menu. Workshop items are no longer auto-repaired when you return to space. You will now have the option to repair them for 10 Ren in the inventory or on the surface using the new Tier 3 repair bench. Now about the dedicated service, which is beta. It's not fully released, it's beta. This centralization opens the door for dedicated service, while we are launching in beta today. Dedicated servers let you host your own Icarus server to play with friends. You can control access, timing, hardware, and in future customizing your settings. It is a new way to play Icarus multiplayer, but it's not compulsory. You can still continue to play Icarus multiplayer without a dedicated server as described above. If you are interested in setting up and running your own beta Icarus dedicated server, you can access our setup guide on GitHub here. We will be partnering with a range of dedicated server providers to offer rental service, so stay posted for news and info on who these are. This application is still in beta, so we imagine we'll have some issues as we work through scaling this up to full capacity. To support this, we have a special Discord channel, #DedicatedServerBeta, where you can engage directly with our team on any issue that arise. You can also click here to join. These are the 52 weeks of Icarus, what they added. This is everything what they added it. So a lot of stuff, big numbers. After releasing Icarus back in December 2021, we quickly shifted our attention to how we could keep innovating, improving, and adding to the game. Weekly updates became our approach, focusing on consistently improving and optimizing the base game while expanding the playable content and adding new ways to play to provide an experience regardless of how you enjoyed Icarus. During the time we released some big updates, small ones, and everything in between. Some of our more memorable updates included adding insurance to Prospect in week 6 so players could test harder missions without fear of losing their characters, added deep ore deposits in week 10 to late game, valuable resource sourcing, added talent respec in week 13, allowing players to rebuild their character as they unlock new skills, changing the real life timer to an in-game timer in week 17, added the world bosses in week 23, added Styx map and mission pack in week 25, added horde mode in week 29, added Moa and Buffalo Mount in week 42, added open world in week 47, a full persistent survival experience, changed to a bigger, bolder Icarus logo, which you can see here. That's nice. Looking back, the work we've done has been quite a journey. The Icarus we launched was a different game than it is now. We've tripled the available missions, added an entire second map, new game modes, new dynamic features, new deployables, craftables, and fixed thousands of bugs in this time. This time, our players have invested over 34 million hours in game, a number that still blows us away to this day. If you want to read this, 1 year of Icarus, you can just pause the video, go through it. Same with the change logs of new content, the fixes, and the future content. Just pause it, go through it all. I hope you enjoyed this 1 year anniversary video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.